So we do cover a lot of the Auckland stuff here, so jump on and have a look, like us on Facebook, Kiwi League Central, and whatever level you support, whether it's the ladies or the club scene or the NRL boys, there'll be something there for you. So do jump on and have a look as we get back underway here at Avondale College. Avondale with the first use of the ball. Remember, they are playing 2 men down. 2 men sent to the sin bin late in the first half there. And Troy, I guess the real key here would be if you can force a repeat set, chew up a whole lot of that clock, all of a sudden you got your full complement of players back and everything's okay. So that'll be the real key here for Avondale. They don't need to score a try, it'll be nice, but a repeat set, perfect scenario here. So we go to the back, and number 7, Junior Sami with the kick, bombs it out towards the corner. Safely into touch, so Aorere will get a use of the ball here. If they're lucky, they'll get 2 sets where they're playing with the numerical advantage. That'll be the goal for them. We saw the first set they had earlier, they went straight down and scored with ease.
Yep, Aaron Keesh is getting them in to get ready to set the scrum. It'll be interesting to see how many Avondale put into the scrum and who's going to sit out in the backs here.
That's right. By the time the scrum's back, there might not be any players left, but Avondale just trying to organise that now by the look of it.
Yeah, I think they're still having the chat around that. So they're just going to go with a light pack. And away they go.
And perhaps a very clever tactic there from the Avondale boys, just chewed off a little extra 30 seconds. But a mistake from Aorere, and Avondale pick it up, and that is a disaster for Aorere, not what they needed. Straight out of the scrum, the drop ball, and the number 5, Joshua Collier-Vanua, runs it in under the post. What a disaster, Troy.
Oh, and what a great opportunity for you to start raising your voice with excitement, because I tell you, I was on my toes watching that. As soon as he went against the grain, it was all over, and you can hear the local lads down here onto our right-hand side. They're all going off. They're very pleased with that, and I think, as you said, it is a tragedy having 2 off to get the ball against the grain and to go and score against a 13-man squad. That's just going to be a long day in the office for these young fellas in the green jerseys.
Who would be a coach? Look at the Aorere coaching staff over there. Can't believe what's happening. Just wanted a complete set, and that happens straight out of the scrum. So
yes.
And with Hawaii off the field, it looks like Collier-Vanua will assume the kicking duties. An easy one first up from in front of the posts.
So I think they've got to wash this out of their minds. They've got to clear the slate, come back, reset, start again. Pretend like that first few minutes didn't happen. You know, the scoreboard pressure starting to mount against them as some of the numbers are starting to click up. And it'll be interesting now to see what we do. The 2 boys in the bin are still not back on. And Aorere's got to kick off, get down there and keep them inside their half. Keep the opposition Avondale inside their half for the next set, and then hopefully get a turnover.
Yeah, looks like our 2 boys in the bin returning to the field now.
Okay, well that's the end of that strategy. We're now just going to have to grind it.
Aorere getting us back underway. The kick down towards the left-hand corner here at Avondale.
Good
Caught
catch.
On the full. And good first hit up. Good chase there, led by Manoa Taimani, the halfback from Aorere. Heading back infield now, and the big boy breaks the first one, but a 3-man tackle. Well done from Aorere. Good leg drive there, and battling for the quick play of the ball. That's great to see. Number 9 says, off you go, mate. Head back infield now. This is the number 3, Lawrence Tuliava'a. I think he was one of the boys got binned, so he's looking to make up for letting the boys down earlier. They head back in towards the centre of the park now, and this is Palmer with a nice dummy, but he's met in a good front-on tackle. So Aorere, some stinging defence and a bit of footwork there from, this is the number 11, Palmer again. Up around halfway now again, battling for that quick play of the ball. Aorere want to be careful they don't concede a penalty here. Bombs it up high now. This will be a tough one in greasy conditions. Well taken in the end. Takes all a bit of gusto. Big first up tackle.
The only words I had there was, oh, Corey, oh, that looked like he made him see, introduced himself well and truly there.
So numbers out here, out wide, made in a good tackle. Some of the contact, we've mentioned it earlier. Ikani Hoffel joining in late there. That one up a little bit high. Appeals from Aorere. Kasha says play on. Back towards the middle now on the big boy. This is the number 15, Jacob Tamoa, with a good carry. But again, Troy, just that third man in, getting him off the feet, getting him onto the back and just slowing that play of the ball down. Excellent work from the Avondale defence.
They've got a split here.
Straight through the middle, and they won't stop him. Won't stop him. So bad first up contact there in the middle of the park and streams straight through end-to-end stuff.
Oh, the referee's... Has he called time there, Corey?
Yes, I think he's awarded the try, I believe. Looks like he wants to have a chat out in centre field. And again, it's Aorere who's been called out. So young Caleb and the referee will be on...
First name basis.
Yeah, that's right, yeah, there's been plenty of discussions between the pair today.
I hope he wasn't stretching his hamstring there, a front row with a hamstring.
They don't make them like they used to, Troy. The front rows these days, they've got a little bit of a step, a bit of a pass.
You mean the hamstring's not connected to their neck bone?
Skillful boys these days, the big fellas, and we've seen that from Aorere today as well. I mean, he's hit the line hard, but he's got that nice little bit of footwork and the ability to play at the line. As we mentioned that, Aorere at the extras. And we're back to 22 points to 16. Just as it sort of starts to seem one team gets the advantage here, Troy, a defensive error or a simple drop ball, and it just brings us back, and looks like we might go down to the wire here with both teams kind of being unable to just put the foot on the throat.
My first impressions of it are, I think nothing's really put Avondale under pressure other than themselves. You know, they've come short with a couple of silly behavioural issues. You know, penalties and what have you. Having the two boys sent off obviously didn't help things, but they've always looked like they've had it under control. And if they stay focused, I think they're going to be pretty formidable come the next 10 minutes or so towards the back end of this game. Aorere, on the other hand, have gone against the runner play. A lot of their stuff has either happened on the edge or they've broken against the player traffic. And it'll be interesting now to see how we go with the back end of the half as the big tussle goes on out there and they gets wrestled to the ground.
I think that Taylor Few again, I believe. So hard to bring down. Head back towards the middle and met in a good front-on tackle there by the two Avondale front rowers. Steals a few metres at the play of the ball. They head out towards this left edge and they've got numbers here, but he kind of didn't keep his eyes up there, Troy. There's possibly a little chance out here on the left, but instead elected to take the hit up in the middle.
Yeah.
Run up the guts there.
A couple of metres there, one out, one out. You know, there's probably a good 20 metres in that so far. They're going to have to get a little bit more enterprising though as they get to the back end of their set with a nice little chip.
A little chip over the top and they're into a bit of space. Look like a potential shoulder charge there from the fullback. Kicks the crossfield. This is great play from Aorere. Will he get the bounce? Steps back inside. Great try. Excellent try there from Aorere, Troy, and we see them just chance their arm first with the chip over the top and then the good vision from the half. Kicks across the field there, and I believe it was Manoa Taimani just sensing that they had the numbers out wide there, so a really good try from Aorere and game on. Yeah,
that was a fantastic try, mate. That's probably, in regards to going from one edge of the field to the other, I think that was really, really tidy, great work, good vision, and good solid finish.
At this age, Troy, we talk about eyes up football for these boys. I guess the ability to take in what's going on around them, where the numbers are, and particularly in a half, it's a really likeable trait. So some really impressive work from Aorere there. We were critical of their defence earlier, but in attack they've looked really impressive when they have got that field positioning. So well done to the boys, and this kick goes over. We've got an even ball game. Avondale will be disappointed with the fact that they've once again let Aorere back into the game. Similarly, I guess for Aorere earlier when they had the numerical advantage with letting them off the hook. So both teams kind of making errors which are keeping this game close.
You've just told me that's a all draw there. What's the number on the screen?
Yeah,
mate?
so we're kicking now for 22 all if this goes
wow.
over. 22-20 as
hasn't that scoreline just snuck up? And that kick looks good.
Really good kick. So Aorere, sorry, some really professional work from them. That time the kick from Tokadao Henry from a fair way out to the left of the post here. So even ball game, 22 all as we approach, I think, the final sort of 15 minutes of this game. We'll keep an eye on the on the timing for you. And just looking over at the Avondale bench, Troy, it looks like we might have a couple of injured lads on the bench there. One boy looked like may have hurt the shoulder, so
Yeah,
Avondale down on troops a little bit for this final part of the game.
It'll be interesting to see what happens now. I think Avondale are probably a little bit shocked that we're back to a 22-all. They got off to such a strong start and they opened everything right up. Now, it'll be interesting to see what happens in the next 15 minutes, as you said. The Aorere team look like they've certainly got some gas. Wow.
Oh dear, offside from the kickoff.
This, I don't have the words, is not what you want to be happening, or what you want happening from a kickoff. The coach over there will be pulling out what's left of his hair.
Yeah, momentum's a powerful thing in rugby league, but neither of these two teams has given themselves a chance to get any of it, because every time they do something good, they back it up with a mistake, and that one there, offside from the kickoff, that just can't happen. Penalty on halfway for Aorere. Kick into touch. It's hit one of the Avondale supporters. A few pats on the back.
I'm just happy that the ball's come back out onto the field. No one's taking that home today. And the game will get ready to reset. And it'll be interesting to see what happens now in this next 6. This will be the first time that I think Aorere's had a wee bit of pressure on down here.
Manatu.
Good strong tackle there by Avondale.
Yeah, good carry from Tony Devato. He's getting up a little bit sheepish. Just checking if he's okay, so some good sportsmanship being shown.
Looked like might have been a bit of pressure on the top part of his body there.
So we'll see.
2 big lads.
Kasha coming in for a chat, checking the players all right. Plenty of talk going on from Avondale with the big boys there. Troy just talking about strengthening up that middle.
Yeah, they've sort of gone quiet there in a couple of patches, and I think if they get that roll back on again, you'll see them energise up and they'll try and drive this home with a big, strong finish. But before that happens, they've got to get past this set of 6, and Aorere have been very handy with the football so far. Here we go.
Olu feeds it out into the middle of the ruck. This one, the carry from Tavita Pelusi. Back to the middle of the park again. Big carry there from the big fella. I think that might be Jacob Tamua with a really good carry. Folu into dummy half. Back towards the sticks now, and this, the number 13.
They're going wide.
Space out here if they can do it. A little bit of footwork, well scrambled in the end by Avondale. Just short of the line, they head back infield. Little chip through. The chase is off for Aorere. The big fella in the end gets back to clean up. I think that was Ueli. Jack of all trades, this kid. He's been really impressed with his array of skills today, and they now include getting back to defuse the ball in goal. So Avondale survived that one, but Aorere will get the repeat set. And good to see a bit of patience being shown by the boys, Troy, and just not necessarily looking to score every time.
Even the body language is starting to change a wee bit now. See, look at the guys here. They're starting to talk. They're starting to engage. All the young fellas back here, the communication's up. It'll be interesting. Here we go again with another 6.
So the dropout allowed to bounce, and it goes about 45.
There's a big, strong run from deep.
Tamua met, well, we must say, from Ikinofo, the number 9 from Avondale. I have a few words afterwards. This time, and again, the number 9 getting involved in the tackling. That's
still going though. He's still heading in the right direction. 2 on.
Blindside hit that one to Vito Pelusi. Head back towards the sticks now, and a little show, a little go, possibly obstruction there. Took his own man out. Everyone's okay. Battling for that extra yardage now. So into dummy half. Folu feeds it out. This one, I think, the number 13. Back to, I think it was Terrell Salio. So just short, sheepish getting up. Very, very slow getting up. And watch for the Avondale line speed here. Straight up into the space. Not much gap there. Nice initial fend off. Gets the ball out wide. He's up against it down the sideline. Good scramble from Avondale. Getting there in numbers, and that's probably saved the try there. I think he was through. Quick play the ball now. Head back towards the left. Through the ball goes. Knock on by Ueli there, I think. We've got play on, so Avondale maybe getting let off the hook there. It looked like it may have been a knock on, but...
Get out of jail free card, so that'll just need a wee bit of patience now. Settling it down. Next big runners lining up.
As you mentioned, Troy, you can almost sort of feel the momentum starting to change here. So Avondale need a commanding set, and Ueli, no surprises there, involved once again. So they head back towards halfway. So Avondale need a good set here. Good work out of dummy half, but an equally good marker tackle there from Tavita Pausi. But we've got a penalty. That's what Avondale wanted. They look to take the quick tap, but Aaron says no, no, no. Slow down, boys.
That was just a little bit crazy coming in that late. I mean, the guy had been tackled. It was followed by daylight, and then he decided to jump on him.
I've seen that a number of times, really needless penalties from Aorere. Of course, you know, there's times in a game where you give up a penalty to avoid a quick play of the ball or something, but that wasn't the case there. That was just poor discipline. So Avondale now to start this set from about 30 metres out. And our number 5, Joshua Kolavanua, will tap the ball. They're lining up for the initial hit-up. Aaron Casher says, get things underway, boys. A little bit of possibly gamesmanship going on here, just having a rest. But the initial carry from the number 10, Sione Faivaso. And slow play of the ball allows Aorere to get set that line. But a good strong carry up the guts by Shane Morris Tuilofa. He's a Warriors development player, plays in the Mount Albert under-17s team. Good carry here, close to the line. They're only inches away, Troy. Good carry into dummy half now, feeds it out. A nice little deception play. The number 10 just short. So Aorere right now with some admirable line defence. Head back towards the post, a little dart. We wait for confirmation. Just short still. So again, excellent work from those Aorere markers. They head back out the back now. And are we going to go for the drop goal? I think he thought about it. Dribbles it through instead. Knocked on. So Avondale will get another set of 6. 6 again. And Troy looked like he shaped for the field goal there.
Yeah, he did.
Just saw the pressure coming. And in the meantime, battling over. Avondale claiming the try. And indeed, we do have a try. So great use of the repeat set there from Avondale. And they hit the front once again. That's 26-22 as we enter the final few minutes of this one. That could be a vital try.
Yeah, no, I think Avondale will be happy with that. Certainly wave after attack, and they come up with the goods. It'll be interesting now to see whether they come back or just try to play safe and close it out.
A little bit one-dimensional, that set from Avondale, really. We saw them go one out about 4 times in a row, which Aorere seemed to handle, but as soon as they went to the edge, found a little bit of space and just chanced their arms. So probably maybe guilty of being a little bit nervous with the game on the line there, but in the end they get the result they wanted with a little bit of fortune getting the repeat set. The kick dropped, so an absolutely vital try as we enter the final few minutes of this one.
That'll be quite clearly the message that Rosciuli will be driving home right now, is to complete the set, get the ball, just make sure that nothing crazy, that they go the 6, run the clock out. As far as Aorere is concerned, they'll be having their last final chat. They've managed to sneak up when it got to, was it 22 all, just moments ago. And it'll be interesting to see what happens now. We could be in for a last bit of entertainment here for the SAS College Rugby League game of the round.
And that's an important kick that takes it out to a 6-point lead. So you would think at this stage, as long as Avondale don't make too many mistakes, they possibly at the very least secured themselves a draw with that. It's a 6-point game. Of course, we have seen that points can be scored in quick succession in this game, and Aorere do have some real talent in attack. You're just sort of wondering which team's going to make the error first, and it's going to be costly. But in the meantime, we get play resumed. The kick down towards the left here, and that's a good strong carry from the Avondale number 12, I believe, Shane Morris Tuilofa.
Yeah, referee tells him to go back, and plays the ball.
It's a bit of fatigue.
Big front rower.
Now, so this one, a nice carry out of yardage by Lawrence Toliava'a. He's a school prefect here at Avondale.
Great run there. Great run by I think he's the front rower.
Yeah, it's a good carry from George Liasi, a New Lynn Stags under-17s player, so plays locally here in West Auckland. Ueli with another good carry up the guts.
It's not pretty, but it's effective, isn't it?
Well, that's right, and he's played every minute so far, so really impressed by what the young fella has shown us today. And Troy, do you think field goal perhaps in this set we see, and indeed, no, he won't, I think sort of again shaped towards it, and in the end decided to go for the kick into touch.
Sorry, mate, I wasn't talking about the Ueli kid. It's pretty to see. It was more around just these guys grinding it out, going straight down the centre. You know, all the big boppers are just hitting the main hitting the defence line, and they've been keeping it really tight. It'll be interesting. Here's our favourite friend again. He's had a strong... And I've just given him the kiss of death, Corey. Can't believe it.
The commentator's curse at its absolute worst. And just about to give the big fella a wrap, and the dropped ball. There's possibly had a cry for a strip there, but I think in the end...
No, mate, he lost that cold.
Yeah.
He got hit. It was over. So, as we get into the scrum now, I think that's probably a good thing for Avondale as they get prepared to feed. And unless something goes Aorere's way, it's going to be all a big tough day in the office.
Yeah, we're entering into the final few minutes of this one now, and you think if Avondale can get down there or force a repeat set and just complete, might be enough to get them home in this one. It is a vital battle, this game, because the winner probably, as we mentioned, keeps their top 4 hopes alive. These two teams are on the bottom, and there's the error.
Crazy pass.
And it was a scrappy old pass out of dummy half, dropped in the end by George Liassi, probably through no fault of his own there. Can't expect the big fella to pick it up from around the ankles there, so fatigue setting in really, Troy. We're seeing a lot of boys down on the haunches here, so this is going to be...
The Avondale lads, sorry to cut it on you, Corey, were just basically marching in one direction as a group. You could have thrown a blanket over the top of them. They're all just going straight down the centre. So Aorere's last charge, no. Mr. Kesh is blowing that up, having another chat.
I think perhaps the front rowers were having a little chat to each other. In the meantime, come out now short side. There is space there if they can work it. Want to get away from that sideline. Aorere, good to see them chance around. Game tackle, great work from Avondale. Did chuck the ball back in, but that is superb defence from Avondale. Got their numbers in the end. And they're happy with that one, Troy.
Yeah, no, they were. There was some Polynesian words being mentioned there, and it all meant that they were very, very happy with that defensive effort as they carried the opposition player across the line. Referee's taking them back now, getting ready to set the scrum. And Avondale get to feed it and dictate what happens in the next set of 6.
Ball comes out, we go short side and drop. You wouldn't believe it, he dropped the ball out of the scrum with a full set of 6 in front of him. This is...
No, what's the referee saying?
I think we have got a knock-on end with that. So.
Yes, yeah, yes.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. It's a simple game, rugby league, but they've complicated it today.
Well, the SAS College Rugby League's on every Wednesday, 4 o'clock. Make sure you get onto our website, www.aucklandleague.co.nz. The free live stream link brought to you by the Auckland Rugby League, sponsored by SAS. And catch up with us and the game of the round. Back to the action with Corey.
That's right, as we see Aorere bring it out. And next week, Troy, we've got an absolute beauty of a game on our hands, I believe. St. Paul's versus Wesley, and they played through the grading rounds. It was very close, and St. Paul's, well, the Kings of College Rugby League, the undisputed Kings of College Rugby League, multi-time champions of this, multi-time national champions, and the reigning champions of this competition. So that'll be a great match. So do join us next week from 4 o'clock on the live stream. In the meantime, Aorere now marching forward. Troy, there's only 6 points in this game. A try here absolutely opens the match up. Not too sure exactly how long we've got to go. There can only be a matter of minutes.
He's flipped it.
Second phase play, close to the line. Avondale get there in numbers. Flip him onto his back. Cash is in position. I think says held up.
Yep, you're correct. You just touched on the Wesley team. I know you're yet to eyeball them. Well, mate, you're up for a massive surprise next week when you see the Wesley juggernauts roll out. And you know, we talk about size. There's a wee bit here with Avondale. Well, with Wesley, they've got it right across the park. Even the halfback looks like a 6'6" dude.
As we say that, he's gone straight through the big fella and under the posts. And that is indeed a try with a kick in front of the sticks to come, Troy. We're going to have a tied ball game as we enter the final exchange of this game. So Aorere, to their credit, against all the odds, come back and wait for the conversion from front of the sticks.
They've snuck up on them and they've burgled it.
Just an incredible game, back and forwards. Just when you think one team has started to kind of get momentum on their side, the other pops up and an error pops up and the other team takes full advantage. So we won't put the mocker on the kicker just yet. It is from right in front of the sticks, but we won't count our chickens. But you would think from here Henry will add the extras.
It's been a great been a great game. Got tongue-tied there, and full credit to Aorere. They never shied away from it, even though, you know, we spoke a wee bit around size to start with. I think they snuck up in the back part of that second half. They've certainly just got back straight into the game now. This could go to a draw, and I think there'll be not shock, but it'll be definitely a surprise to the Avondale lads who, you know, were in control for the big part of this match.
He does indeed add the extras.
Flags
so
are up.
28 points all.
Okay, we're going to see a 50-metre drop goal from here, Corey.
Well, that's right. This comes into the game now, and you wonder if a little earlier if Avondale managed to complete one of those sets inside their own halves and boot the extras, or we're not in this situation. So you're absolutely right. I think, you know, if Avondale are to leave this one with only a point for a draw, they'll absolutely feel like opportunity lost.
Just as you were saying that, we heard the final whistle on a game over in the far side there. It's not the SAS College Rugby League that we're watching, and the referee's blown, and the game is back on, and here we go. We're going for a big thriller of
and that kick has bounced into touch, we think, or is it out on the full? Time off.
Oh, there's a big conversation going on over there. Be interesting to see who the linesman is.
Either way, this is a bad error from one of the teams. It's either a kick out on the full or the ball allowed to go into touch. And it looks like it's going to be a kick out on the full, which is going to give Aorere a penalty here. Incredible. Just incredible. So Avondale...
Massive conversation going on now with the referee. And... nope, they're still trying to sort it out.
You're really doing what all good captains will do and just burning a bit of time for a chat. I believe we do have time off, so time isn't being burnt as we...
so is that a reset? Is he re-kicking off?
He has signalled a re-kick, so I'm at a loss to tell you what may have happened there. We do have a restart of play, so Troy, I've watched Rugby League for a little while. I haven't seen that one before, but hopefully we'll get confirmation of that for you a little later. So Avondale dodge a bullet perhaps there. Aorere return the ball. Good gang tackle, and that one is led by Ikin Ofo, the hooker. They're about 20 metres off their own line here, Aorere, so they're going to need something special to perhaps get a victory out of this one, Aorere.
Well, they've shown that they can present special. They've split the line a couple of times, gone the length of the field. So whether they're starting to get shaped up for that now and they're going to pick one of their stars to actually break this line, it's going to be now or never.
And Troy, I think I like what I see on this left edge. They've had a little bit of luck here today, and the siren goes on the back play, so it is now must keep alive football. So this is the big fella, Fuel with the carry, manages to get the offload away. They've got to go left. There's numbers if they can get it out here. A little bit slow, they head back infield. Hot potato footy now to the left. They've got the numbers, but Avondale coming across in cover. The chip over the top. Don't think the chase is going to be there. It's creeping towards the sideline. Palmer shielding it out. He's picked up the ball, and surely he'll take the tackle here, and that will be the game.
Wow.